Hello everyone, my name is Komang Dita Fitri. I'm from Master's Program of English Language Teaching of Widya Mandala Surabaya Catholic University. So in this opportunity, I would like to share my business canvas presentation related with uh, education administration class. So for the background knowledge, I would like to share a little bit background of my school here as the case. So my school is a private high school and it implies national curriculums. So it applies a national curriculum in the school, and the students are coming from the middle class of socioeconomically background. And the school also have collaborations with various institutions like universities and colleges. And our school also applies blended learning. So in business canvas model, there are 9 key resources. So there are customer segments in which our customers, and then the second one value propositions about our value that are shown to the customers, and then the third one channels is about our way to communicate to the customers, and then about customer relationships, so our relationship basically with the customers, and then about revenue streams, it's about the feedback that we got from the customers, and also basically the feedback that we get from our business. And key resources, it's about humans, about machines that we got in our business. And key activities is about the activities in our school. And then key partnerships, so it's more on the partnerships with our school, so like the universities and colleges, and also the providers. And the last one is the cost structure. So this is the funding, the budgeting. So in this presentation, I want to share 3 chapters that can be related to the 9 key resources. So I've read the chapters and also reflect the chapters to the 9 key resources. So the first one, managing conflict. So obviously, conflict is very unavoidable, because not only in a workplace or business, even among families, we can also have conflicts. But from the chapter, obviously, the conflicts will also involve our emotions. So, for example, like anger or sadness or other negative emotions here. So, this will also impact to our professional aspect. So, for the case here, there are two teachers who are in the same subject, so English, and they are creating a problem sheet for an exam. So they are creating an exam problems, and then they have different opinions about the essay rubrics because it's writing. So the teacher A said it must be very concise and not exceeding 150 words, for example. And then teacher B said, okay, they can add lot of words. Maybe we can get them up to 250, for example. They get disagree about that, and they want met the middle, or the win-win solution. Yeah. So the activities related with both of them, so in creating the exam, will also be freezing because they cannot create like the decisions there. So during the exam, for example, the students who ask about the answers to the teacher, and so after the exam, they have discussions, and then the students ask about the correct answers, for example, the teachers might have different opinions. So that also will leads to the different presentations of our school values of, wow, they are so, for example, indecisive, or they didn't they discuss this prior to the exam discussions, for example. So this also will affect to our customer relationship. So unavoidably, the students will also tell their parents about this, and the parents will have different opinion about it. So what we can do as a leader is, first we must help them to communicate, so to find a win-win solution, and also avoid the win-lose situation there. And we must also avoid the provocating. So we must not provoke any conflicts there. So yes, communicate is the best thing that we can do, and also we must involve the teachers and also the team members to involve in various joint projects, so that they can understand each other better. And next, let's talk about teams. So teams here, it's more on the dividing tasks and also roles of the team members. So we not only have one big team, but we have small teams like focusing on the marketing, focusing on the curriculum, focusing on the partnership, for example, and many more, including the safety and also various divisions that are needed in our school. So yes, by dividing the tasks and also the roles effectively, it will also leads to the effective activities in which related to the decision making. Why? Because after they got the right people to have their own tasks, their own roles there, and then it will also affect to the decision making. So for example, they have weekly meeting, monthly meeting, and it will not only discuss about one thing but various things. And it will also lead, every decisions will lead to the costs, to the channel. So on how we deliver, on how we promote our school, for example, how we promote our school values, and also the partnerships on how, what kind of partner that we need, what kind of providers, internet providers that we need for our school, for example. It will also be discussed in the meetings. So then, according to the cost, so for example, the tuition fees, and then how we promote our school, and then what are the organizations or the institutions partners that we have with our school, it will also lead to the customers. So the better the decisions that we have here in the teams will also lead to the increasing numbers of customers, and also the feedbacks, the referral from the customers to the other customers will also get better and also increasing. So obviously the team construction is very important for every steps that we have. So first thing first that we can do as a team leader is dividing the tasks and roles, and also creating effective activities like effective meetings, and it will lead to effective decision making because each teams will also represent in the big meeting one. So there are stages in team development. So forming, so this is still the basic one, the foundation one. They are still grasping about, okay, what can we do, for example, or the basic knowledge about the task or the roles. And then about the storming, so it's about getting know about the job that's better. And then about norming, so evaluating, so trying to, okay, let's try different ways, for example, of promoting our school. So not only using conventional or traditional one, like using banners, for example, but they also use social media. This also can be mentioned as experimenting. Or maybe about using various platforms for teaching, that also can be say as experimenting. So not only using the regular way but also using the alternatives. And then next they can move to the reforming. So after understanding better, after they can experiment what they've learned about their job, about their roles, they also can improve their uh, tasks, how they perform. And this will lead to the very top of the team development, in which performing. And obviously, along the process, we also need to, please don't forget to give recognition and also rewards to improve the team's performance. So, yeah, it's not only about words, about saying thank you for the performance, thank you for your hard work. Not only that, but also giving the rewards. So, for example, like field trip together, for example, that also can be good for the teams, not only they're building their own relationship, but also in boosting their motivation. And last chapter is about the successful change. Obviously, everyone will face the changes because, yes, let's say today we face digital era. Obviously, we involve a lot of digital platforms or digital approaches. So there are strategies for healthy organization. So obviously we must have clear purpose, clear structure, and then we must also have clear process, and we must also involve our people, and we also have to set realistic goals and creating positive environment. So these are will be very important to our all nine key resources, because in facing changes, it's very unavoidable for the nine changes to be affected. So we must set the clear purpose, the clear structure, and then the others. So, for example, we must our school want to change it to the blended learning. So we want to try a new platform. So we must set okay, what's the purpose of changing the platform? Is it for the effectiveness or for the interactiveness? And then the second one about the structure. Okay, so who will be managing this? We must appoint several teachers, several staff. And then about the process, so we must create like a scheme about or the timeline for it. And about the people, the responsible ones. And then about the realistic goals is that we must create, okay, let's just set that the students will be able to use this for maybe, let's say, for simple tasks first. And then the last one is about the environment. So we must also adapt with the new platform. So whether there will be the plus or the minus ones, we must adapt with it, and we must create the motivating environment, not only with our teachers but also our staff and also our students. So I think that's all that I can share and also present about my business canvas model to you. I hope my presentation is informative enough. And thank you very much for your attention, and see you on the other videos.